I bought another new toy. I have some terrible plans for it, but it's going to be really fun, and I think y'all are going to enjoy it. I have bought a Motec 48 volt Pro electric dirt bike. Why did I buy an electric dirt bike? I don't know if I can give it up. I don't know if I can give up the reason that I need it yet. I think you're just gonna have to wait and find out what I'm going to do with this thing, because if anyone knows me, they know that I'm not really good on two wheels and I don't really care for dirt bikes. So buying an electric 48 volt dirt bike really doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me personally, until you realize what I'm going to do with it. Right off the bat, you can see she's packaged fairly well. It's definitely going to be some assembly required over here. Look at that little tire. Front shocks came pre-damaged. That's cool. You know, $1,000 machine. Scuffed up before she even comes out of the box. They made sure to protect the part that says Motec, huh? Let's see. There's one fender. Cool. Here's something. Cool. More handlebar thing. Okay. And what do we have here? Is this the charging port? This looks like an old cheap Chinese motorcycle charger. What does that go to? We got some keys, some nuts and bolts. Is that a fuse? A couple fuses? Maybe they plan on blowing fuses. This is gonna be a fun journey, I can already tell. We've got some cheap wrenches that we're not going to use, whatever that bolt is. I haven't found any instructions yet, so maybe we're just winging it. Aha! There's the charger, and we are totally going to have to install that on the dirt bike. Pop this thing out of here. Woohoo! Now we're cooking with Crisco. Now I can see something that looks like something. Look at all of this. Yeah, buddy. There's the baby electric motor. I'm sure that's the battery in there. Another wheel and tire. I think I'm gonna set this thing down because it looks like it might have a little heft to it. Look at that baby brake caliper. Look at that thing. Those have got to be the smallest brake pads I've ever seen in my life. You gonna stay there? Stay. Stay. Look at this. I've seen RC cars with bigger brakes. Look at those little brake pads. Look at those little guys. I mean, for comparison, that is my thumb, and those are the brake pads. Oh, this is gonna be great. Oh, hey, look, owner's manual. Oh, the shock is hiding. That's from a shock. It actually looks like a nitrogen-filled shock. Look at that. Would you look at that? Look at that little bitty battery. So cute. You can see the little bitty battery hanging out in there. Cut off this plastic wrap we got here. See, like that? You know, I could be looking at the instruction manual, but I feel like, yeah. There's a winner. That's how the handlebars are supposed to go. Well, that's very confidence inspiring. Huh? Yeah, it's not gonna work. So right off the bat, I've noticed that the part for the forks don't line up with each other. One of the forks, whatever the tubes that go through here, those don't line up with each other at all. And I'm pretty sure those aren't S-shaped. So some of this stuff's gonna have to get taken apart to make that right. And then as far as the handlebars go, you can see you got this little groove part in the handlebars that's supposed to make it bite. And that doesn't really line up with that part. So this is all looking fantastic to get started. Take that apart and see if we can flip that around, maybe find a picture of which side it's supposed to be on. Look at this, what's it look like? Yeah, I think this is gonna have to come off and get taken back apart. No, it's just put together completely wrong. That's awesome, good stuff. Good thing I've got some big boy tools, because that's gonna have to come off. And go grab them. Alrighty. That's a 30 millimeter. She's not perfect, but she's close. Show me these other ones. Oh, look at that. It's a 1 1/8, people, in case you have to adjust it. Look at that. Came off, turn the bead around. Hey! I think we're gonna have a little bit more luck with it like that. Yeah, see, now the holes line up with each other and we'll actually be able to put the shocks through. It's gonna be crazy. Look at these little things. Maybe like that and like that. What side does brake caliper go on? Does it matter? Because the brake caliper's on the left on this one. So maybe make them the same. Look at that little brake caliper. But hey, we're winging it. Radio. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? We've got her right where we want her, slightly in the air. Yep, that's gonna make life a little bit easier when it comes to clamping these things down. Hey, don't ride it unless you're 13, that's what it says. Blasey blasey. We got them tightened down. You don't have to worry about the angle because this bottom part twists, so you'll be able to maneuver it around. The next thing's gonna be to throw the wheel here in between these and then, you know, bolt it on. Spacers are gonna go between here and here. Handlebars are next. All right, we got the handlebars kind of up where they need to be. You want to make sure that your wires are ran through the middle so that you're not binding when you're turning and whatnot. I'm gonna go grab the little clips that go right there. We got the 2 clamps. We got 4 Allen bolts in there. Put the handlebars at the angle you want them to be at, and then go ahead and snug her down. Now that we got that on there, we're gonna go ahead mount up this brake caliper. You can see it's just gonna be those 2 bolts right there. Shouldn't be no big deal. And then you got this little bracket here to hold the cable out of the way after you mount it. Tightened, mint. And then we'll just throw that in there. We got it ran up through there. On to the next part, which I believe will be the rear shock. We're just gonna swing her down. 13mm bolt that we're gonna put through there. Mint. One of the last things we have to do is this front fender. This mounts to right there. You can see we're gonna slide her up in there, put the tree bolts through. This was supposed to go on the rear. It's just a little flimsy mud guard. I'm leaving that off. I don't mind if stuff gets muddy. It's gonna get hosed out. It's gonna get muddy. Yeah, we got these 3 bolts that we're gonna put up through that, and we're also gonna have to attach these in some way, which I don't see any other hardware that they gave me. That's great. Maybe they just forgot to attach those from the factory. Quality. Since they didn't give me any bolts for these here guys, we're gonna give her the old self-tapper treatment. It doesn't sound like we went to anything important. It's fine. Gotta peel off all the little things and then see if we can get a fuse in it, turn it on, and if she'll move on her own. Alright, so we're trying to push the fuse in right now, but you can see it's bent in. You can see it's bent in real narrow like. So it won't let me put the fuse the whole way in. So now we're going to try, I guess, wedge that back so that we can put an actual fuse in this thing. Real quality stuff here. I'm just going to throw this one in there in case someone else has the same problem I did. Got everything connected, fuse in on the other side, nothing happens. And would you look at that? Battery is unplugged. So yeah, you gotta plug in the battery before it'll do things. Well, I now realize why it was unplugged. Whoever installed this battery installed it backwards and it wasn't long enough for it to be plugged in. So I took the battery out, flipped it around, put it back in. It's just got 2 little bungee straps holding it. And I was surprised enough to find out that they actually kind of weather sealed these connectors by smearing silicone on the back of them. So maybe, just maybe, water won't get in it. I did find a funny label on here that says, this label will turn red when it gets wet. No warranty if product gets water in it. Oh, there it is. Red label. Dun dun dun. All right, everybody, we got her fully put together. Got all the decals on it. I got myself a little head mount so we can take her on her inaugural test drive. She actually turns on now that the battery's connected. Isn't that crazy? Go ahead and set her down. Sits up pretty decently. She's making some interesting sounds. Yep, totally my size. Ooh, okay. Feels like she might do something. As far as I can tell. Okay, that's off and that's on. Huh. Is that this is flat out, everybody. This is completely flat out. That was all she wrote. Hold on. I'm told that there's some adjustments right here. We're just gonna go ahead and turn both adjustments all the way to the max. Maybe she'll do something. Granted, I haven't charged the battery yet. Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah, this feels like every bit of the $1,000 I paid for it. Granted, I am very slightly over the rider weight. and it sounds just like crap when you're riding it. The shock's pretty much bombed out the whole time. But hey, we're doing things. Should we hit it? We'll charge the battery first. Here we go. I do believe this is going to work well enough for where I'm going to put it. I'm pretty excited about that. You know, I'll just go ahead and give it up. This thing will 100% be going swimming very shortly. Waiting for a couple of my buddies to come down for the weekend. There will be a ramp built, and we're going to test and see just how waterproof this thing is. All right, Stinkerface, we'll get you inside. Thanks for hanging out with me while I was building the bike. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed the unboxing and assembly. I'm gonna go put it on the charger, let it get all charged up, and then ride her around a little bit more. I might do a review video before I take her swimming. Y'all take care, have a good one. This has literally been put together for 10 minutes. Nice. Look at all that. It's a mud bike. It smells like burning electronics too. That's great.